Let's check out this ICOM 7300 HF transceiver. As you probably already know, this is one of the most popular HF radios on the market. It's a great radio, and it definitely has a lot of bang for your buck. It comes with a basic handheld microphone that works well. Like most radios in this category, it doesn't come with a power supply. It comes with a power cable that just has bare ends. More on that later. Let's take a look at the back of the radio. This braided copper strap is my equipment ground. Note that the ground strap doesn't come with the radio. Below the ground screw is the SO239 UHF antenna connector. On the right here, we have a 13-pin accessory jack that comes with a connector that has pigtails connected to it. You also get some headphone plugs and spare fuses. Back here we have a connector for USB and an antenna tuner. The sticker on the back indicates what everything else does. The 4-pin connector at the top left is where you plug your power cable into. The power cable comes with a 4-pin connector that plugs into the radio, but as I mentioned before, it has bare ends on the side that connects to your power supply. I crimped on these Anderson power pole connectors that match my power supply. Power pole connectors are a popular choice in the world of ham radio. You crimp this little metal piece onto your wire and then push it into the connector housing where it will click into place. I picked up this power pole crimp tool that works really well. It has a plastic piece on the backside that holds the connector in the right position so you get a perfect crimp every time. Here's what my completed connector looks like. Before I spin this around, I'll connect my coax cable. I just use one of these small male-to-male jumper cables to connect to my SO239 connector on the wall. Checking out the rest of the radio body real quick, it has a little fold-out stand on the bottom so you can angle the screen upwards. It also has mounting holes on the sides if you need to mount it somewhere instead of sitting it on a desk. Now I'll attach my coax and equipment ground to my wall connectors. I'm using a small switching power supply made by Samlex Power. It came with a power cable that has Anderson power pole connectors already on it. I'll plug my radio into that using the power pole connectors that I crimped on. The positive line on the 7300 power cable has an inline fuse, and it also comes with a few extra in the bag that the accessory plug was in. Okay, let's turn this thing on. This power supply also has a button for turning on the backlight. I'll turn on the radio now. Let's see what's happening on 40 meters. The waterfall shows that I have some noise in my environment, but that's a problem for another day. The built-in speaker on the 7300 is pretty great. I haven't felt the need to buy a separate speaker.
Okay, he's a number 8, but I did not hear a word out of him, and I'm sitting right here listening.
In addition to the dial, you can use the touchscreen to adjust the frequency.
And my granddaughter is going to...
This thing is just loaded with features. It has 2 preamps and an attenuator if you press and hold the preamp button. I've had great results with the internal tuner and my center-fed dipole antenna. There are 3 configurable options for filtering. The multi-button gives you access to quickly adjust settings like your RF power and microphone gain. The main screen that I'm on is the scope. If you switch to the meter screen, this is where you can see your SWR value when transmitting. There's also a dedicated SWR screen that lets you capture your SWR across the band. If I switch to different bands, you can see my previous values from testing the SWR for my antenna. Something that I really like about this radio is that it has a USB port that you can use to get access to the audio stream and control the radio. I have this cool little capacitive touchscreen with a Raspberry Pi that mounts onto the back. I can hook this up to the radio and run apps like WFView and WSJTX. I'm running WFView right now, and you can see that adjusting the frequency on the radio immediately updates what's shown on the screen. I've also been experimenting with building my own apps that interact with the audio stream. This one maintains a small buffer of audio and lets me capture it and replay it on demand. The possibilities are pretty endless. This is my first HF radio and I'm really happy with it. I hope you found this video useful, and I'll catch you in the next one.